to the THPRD Board of Directors meeting for June 16th, 2021. I now call the meeting to order. Jessica, will you please call roll?
Ashley Hart-Meyer-Prigg.
Here.
Tia Ping.
Here.
Heidi Edwards.
Here.
Wendy Kroger. We know she's here, but she's having tech difficulties. Felicita Monteblanco.
Here.
Thank you. All board members are present. Are there any action items resulting from executive session?
Yes. I would like to move that the Board of Directors accept the General Manager's evaluation as presented and authorize a compensation increase of 4.7% of salary.
This is Felicita. I will second.
Thank you. The motion's been moved and seconded. Jessica, can you please take the vote?
Tia Ping.
Yes.
Wendy Kroger. Felicita Monteblanco.
Yes.
Heidi Edwards.
Yes.
Ashley Hart-Meyer-Prigg.
Yes. I saw Wendy's little bubble flash, so I'm seeing if she can hear us yet. Okay, well, the motion passes. Okay, so we do need to give Wendy a moment. This next part is about her too. So we will just wait a moment. Hopefully Wendy's audio can come in. But while we're doing that, I guess I could go.
Or I can read the letter.
That will actually do during the budget hearing.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
Since it's specifically for that piece. So
Okay.
yeah, you'll see that for then.
Could we do the proclamation right now?
Well, Wendy's a part of it, but I guess we can do Wendy's second.
I think we might have to, but I thought that could help with time.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Okay.
I can take Wendy's section.
Okay, that works. So our first proclamation. Oh, and of course now I can't find mine. Okay, there we go. All right. So we'll do our first proclamation today. So whereas President Abraham Lincoln issued the Emancipation Proclamation on January 1st, 1863, that established that all enslaved people in Confederate states in rebellion against the Union shall be then forever free. And
Whereas the 13th Amendment formally abolished slavery in the entire United States and was signed by President Lincoln on February 1st, 1865, and ratified by a sufficient number of states on December 6, 1865, ensuring that neither slavery nor involuntary servitude shall exist within the United States. And
Whereas in reality, the Emancipation Proclamation did not instantly free any enslaved people, and the proclamation only applied to places under Confederate control and not to slave-holding border states or rebel areas under Union control. And
whereas Juneteenth, short for June 19th, marks the day in 1865 when federal troops arrived in Galveston, Texas to take control of the state and to ensure that all enslaved people be freed, a full 2+ years after the Emancipation Proclamation. And
Whereas in reality, the work to abolish slavery took decades, and there are documented instances of Black Americans continuing to be enslaved into the 1900s. And
whereas a century and a half later, June 19th has a special meaning to Black Americans and is recognized as the oldest nationally celebrated commemoration of the ending of slavery in the U.S. And
whereas Juneteenth commemorates African American freedom, emphasizing education and achievement and offering a time for assessment, improvement, and reconciliation. And
whereas THPRD recognizes that Juneteenth is an important day for Black Americans and for the nation and as a part of our history. And
whereas THPRD recognizes the lasting legacy of systemic racism and oppression and how they are still impacting people's lives today. And
whereas the contributions, stories, and experiences of Black Americans are historically marginalized and minimized, highlighted by the fact many are unaware the atrocities of slavery continued for decades after it was outlawed.
Whereas THPRD respects and acknowledges this day as a reminder of the work that's been done to tear down systems of oppression and the reality that it is imperative the work continue because we still have a long way to go. And
whereas Juneteenth is an occasion to recognize and further disrupt THPRD's role in longstanding systemic racism, to take responsibility in creating a more just, welcoming, and inclusive park district, and to uphold the values of advancing racial equity.
Now, therefore, the Board of Directors of the Tualatin Hills Park and Recreation District does hereby declare June 19th of 2021 as Juneteenth, and do urge all those in the Tualatin Hills Park and Recreation District to support and promote this observance.
thank you all for sharing in that proclamation with me, and thank you to all who contributed to help writing that. It's so powerful, and I think it really recognizes the importance of this day. So thank you. We have a second proclamation this month, as this month is Park and Recreation Month, or July is. So whereas parks and recreation programs are an integral part of communities throughout this country, and voters felt so strongly about the importance of parks and recreation that they voted in 1955 to establish the Tualatin Hills Park and Recreation District to provide dedicated parks and recreation services. And
whereas our parks and recreation are vitally important to our quality of life, ensuring our health and wellness and contributing to our economic and environmental well-being. And
whereas parks and recreation programs build healthy, active communities that aid in the prevention of chronic disease, provide therapeutic recreation services for people experiencing disabilities, and improve our mental, emotional, and physical health. And
whereas park and recreation programs are fundamental to the environmental well-being of our community. And
Somebody has to read my part. I'm sorry.
whereas parks and recreation programs provide the opportunity to build community and bring our incredible diverse population together to share experiences, learn from each other, and build cross-cultural connections that strengthen the fabric of our community. And
whereas parks and natural recreation areas improve water quality, protect our natural habitats, improve the quality of the air we breathe, provide vegetative buffers, and preserve the ecological beauty of these areas for children and adults to connect with nature and recreate outdoors. And
whereas the U.S. House of Representatives has designated July as Parks and Recreation Month.
now, therefore, the Board of Directors of the Tualatin Hills Park and Recreation District does hereby declare the month of July 2021 as Parks and Recreation Month. And we do urge all those in the Tualatin Hills Park and Recreation District to support and promote this observance.
wonderful, thank you, thank you, thank you. Okay, so we will go back to agenda item number 4. I don't know if I'm supposed to hand this over to someone or.
I'm glad you asked. What I'd ask if you would be okay with it, that we would put Tia in charge for this agenda item. Is that okay?
Of course.
Excellent. Then with that, I'm going to provide a lead in here for a video that was put together on behalf for Ashley and Wendy. And I wanted to comment myself. I'm on the video as well, not to duplicate, but it really is, it's unique to have board members that are passionate, are connected, and care such a great deal about our community. And I think you'll see that reflected in the video and comments to come. So with that, if we could roll the video, please.
Okay, it's coming. 1 second. Oh, hold on. I forgot to hit the button.
just in case anybody cares, I can't see the video. I can see me and that's it.
It's not on yet, so it's okay.
Okay.
I wonder if you need to make your screen bigger, Wendy.
Can you see the?
I can see the list of participants, and I can see me.
Well, so you can't see the emblem. Everyone else can see the emblem with the video.
No,
Yeah.
I can't see it. So just go ahead and talk, and maybe somebody will send me the video, and I'll get to see it that way.
We will definitely send it to you, and you'll be able to hear it.
Okay, thank you.
Hi, Wendy and Ashley. I wanted to pass on my thank you, my gratitude for your service to our community at the Park District here. Really remarkable service during a very challenging time period. Your passion, your care for the community, and of course the integrity by which you approached your position as elected officials, really remarkable. And your footprints will be felt for many years to come. Wish you all the best in your future endeavors.
Ashley, thank you so much for your leadership the last 2 years during a pandemic, no less. I am so appreciative of your enthusiastic leadership, your willingness to brainstorm with me at 7 a.m. or 7 p.m. I am so impressed and thankful for your commitment to your own personal racial equity journey. It has no doubt also shaped the districts as well. While I will miss you, I'm certainly very excited for what comes next for you and your long-term impact on the region. So cheers, Ashley. Thanks so much.
From the staff of Cedar Hills Recreation Center. Thank you. Thank you for your service.
Holly, the audio has died.
The audio died?
Yeah, none of us can hear the audio.
Oh, there's no reason for that.
But your
Okay.
expressions are awesome.
Well, thank you for that. It is Clint. I'm going to ask, is there any ideas? It's loaded on my desktop.
So it's running on your local machine?
I'm running on local machine to avoid that.
Okay. I mean, there's just only so much bandwidth that that sometimes your systems can handle, and this might just be a bandwidth issue.
Bummer.
If we turn our videos off, would that help?
It may, yeah. And the other thing I would say, Holly, is stop sharing.
Okay.
And then when you go to share, make sure that you're just sharing the video and not your whole desktop.
I'm going to ask if there are any ideas. It's loaded on my desktop. Okay, we're going to try this one more time. Okay, can you hear?
Hi, Wendy and Ashley.
Yes.
Yes.
I wanted to pass on my thank you, my gratitude for your service to our community at the Park District here. Really remarkable service during a very challenging time period. Your passion, your care for the community, and of course the integrity by which you approached your position as elected officials, really remarkable. And your footprints will be felt for many years to come. I wish you all the best in your future endeavors.
Ashley, thank you so much for your leadership the last 2 years during a pandemic, no less. I am so appreciative of your enthusiastic leadership, your willingness to brainstorm with me at 7 a.m. or 7 p.m. I am so impressed and thankful for your commitment to your own personal racial equity journey. It has no doubt also shaped the districts as well. While I will miss you, I'm certainly very excited for what comes next for you and your long-term impact on the region. So cheers, Ashley. Thanks so much.
From the staff of Cedar Hills Recreation Center, thank you. Thank you for your service and support.
Wendy, Ashley, thank you both for your service. We're going to miss you here at THPRD, and you will always be part of our THPRD family. Wendy, you are an inspiration. You are a woman of a generation that has accomplished so much and paved the way for the rest of us. You have always been a cheerleader for the women here at THPRD and for all of the staff. Your advocacy for natural areas is inspiring, and your voice will live on in our ear and in our email and in our phones. And Ashley, I've been so impressed with your service on the board. You are such a wonderful voice. You're so considerate and thoughtful of all the members of the board, and you do a great job helping the board come together for consensus. And I know you will have a wonderful future for you in elected service. You both have been great voices on our board, great advocates for our community, and we appreciate everything you have done for us. Thank you so much.
Hi, Wendy and Ashley. I wanted to thank you both for your leadership, your dedication, and support over the last few years. You should both be very proud of the work that you've accomplished in making our community a better place, and I wanted to wish you both the best in your next adventures.
Wendy, I just wanted to take this moment to say thank you for your service on THPRD Board of Directors. You got to serve during this historic time with all women, and we know when moms are at the table, better decisions are made. Thank you for the years that you spent dedicated to our community, and I wish you the best in your retirement.
Wendy, thank you for serving on the Park District's Board of Directors. It's been great getting to know you better all these last few years. I really enjoyed seeing your passion for nature, for trails, for making our community better. And I super enjoyed driving to the ORPA conference with you and talking park stuff all the way to Bend and all the way back. I wish you all the best in your next adventure. Thanks again.
Hey, Ashley and Wendy. Thank you both so much for your support and years of dedicated service to THPRD and to our community. Best of luck to you in the future, and we will certainly miss you both.
Words can't express the gratitude I have for the countless years of work that you've done in volunteering in our community. Every community needs a Wendy Kroger advocating for them. We're a cleaner and greener community because of you too. I know you've already got a park named for you in Salem, and it's hard to top that, but I think we should try. Thank you, my friend, for being a constant inspiration for me. Thank you.
I'm here to thank you both for your passion and for your dedication and for your service on the THPRD Board of Directors. Whether it was just simply showing up for events, your advocacy of dog parks, or just by saying thank you and showing your support of staff every month in the board meetings. You've both shown incredible leadership, and you've served our community at the highest level. So thank you, and in my eyes, you will both always be members of the THPRD family. I wish you the best of luck in the future, and again, thank you so much for your service.
Thank you, Ashley and Wendy, for everything that you represent and everything that you have done for THPRD. We will miss you. Best of luck.
Ashley, thank you so much for your work making THPRD and our community a great place to live. I'm so fortunate to have you as a constituent, and I know you'll continue to do great work wherever you land in life. It's amazing what knocking on a few doors in your community can lead you to. Your experience with THPRD will make you a stronger community advocate when you win your election in September.
My dear friend Ashley, I wanted to take this moment today to thank you for your service on THPRD's Board of Directors. I know when you ran for that seat, it was a hard battle to get there, and you helped usher in an all-women Board of Directors for the first time. Your hard work and affordable housing and SDC waivers, bringing our first dog park to Century Beaver Pen, your energy is going to be missed at the Park District. Thank you for everything you've done, and I wish you the best in your next leg of your journey.
Wendy, my goodness, I don't think the Park District has ever had a board member as engaged and as enthusiastic as you. Thank you so much for jumping in feet first into this leadership position and giving it your all. It's been an absolute pleasure to work with you over the last couple of years. Thank you so much for your commitment to nature, trails, and all our critters in the park. Your impact on the district is forever. From your volunteer experiences at the advisory council level, all the way to the board leadership level. So thank you, Wendy, you will be missed.
Ashley, I want to thank you for serving on our board of directors. It's been great to have you as a leader and as our president for the last year. I really appreciate your kind, thoughtful demeanor during the meetings, and I appreciate also the professionalism that you bring to the meetings. I wish you all the best in whatever you do next, and I hope to see you out on the trail sometime.
Hi, Wendy. Hi, Ashley. This is John Campbell, Maintenance Operations Manager. I know your time is coming to an end on the Board of Directors, and I personally would want to say thank you to you both for not only your leadership, but the support you've given to staff over the last several years you've been on the board. You both are going to be missed dearly, and just want to wish you the best of luck. Thank you.
On behalf of the Human Resources team at THPRD.
Thank you, Ashley.
Thank you, Wendy.
You made a difference. And we appreciate you.
What a great video. So great. So I am going to open up to my fellow board members first to see if there's any last minute remarks that you guys wanted to make after such an amazing video.
I would love to make a few remarks, and woo, a little bit of a tearjerker there. Wendy and Ashley, I couldn't be more proud to work with such amazing, thoughtful, kind, talented women, and it's hard to express this in words, but I want to start with Wendy, because Wendy, you and I have shared some really special moments together, and I really appreciate your volunteer work and dedication to the district early on, before you were ever on the board. You were a part, like part of the life of the district through your work with advisory committees and the bond committee, and all of your advocacy. Also, just wanted to reflect upon, really happy that I had opportunities to have coffee with you at Lionheart and to travel with you and to represent our district in the Capitol, and working with state representatives and the like to really push forward some of the important pieces that we needed legislatively as well. I'm excited for you because I hope that you'll have a little more time to garden and to do some of the things that you love, and you're not far. So I want to say I'm going to miss you, but I know I'm going to see you. So I'm thrilled for you to be able to have a little extra time. And it's no joke, no wonder why they named a park after you in Salem, as Representative Scouten said, the Wendy Kroger Park. And Ashley, I hope that we'll name a park after you at some point as well. And I'm just really thrilled to have had the opportunity as well to work with you. You've brought a different perspective through dog parks, and your passion, especially your passion, and I think your leadership this past year as we've worked through addressing equity, racial equity, diversity and inclusion within the district. You have been a very strong voice through that journey, as Felicita mentioned as well. again, best of luck to both of you. I know you're not far. I'm going to miss you being here, but I know I'll see you in the parks and in other opportunities that we have together. You both have been amazing to work with and definitely left a very strong footprint within the district.
Lisa, did you have anything else to say?
Just sincerest gratitude and appreciation, and darn it, Heidi, for making me cry. And thank you to everyone who was involved in the video. That was lovely. The ripple effects of your work is longstanding, and you made the district better, you made me better, and it's just greatly appreciated.
Yes, I want to apologize for not getting that email about the video, but I am going to now document it on something about how wonderful you guys are. Just amazing women to even dedicate time, and you know, it's one of the most precious things everybody has, and for both of you guys to serve our district, to always serve our community, to think of other people, whether that's animals or plants or anybody who doesn't have a voice, and to really fight for those things is just, it's an amazing quality, and makes the world better. And if everyone could have that quality, it just, our community will always continue to shine. Wendy, specifically for you, I always kind of create little, I don't know, like mascot things that we each are. And for me, for our board, I feel like you're just the best cheerleader. I think I've said that before, but you are our designated cheerleader, always remembering to thank everyone, always remembering to just encourage people and have a smile on your face. You're also our master gardener and have all these facts on trees and plants and all of our critters and stuff. And so I'm really going to miss that part, because that was one of your expertise that you always brought. And that's why I love our group so much, because we all brought different strengths that really made our board very diverse and a wide breadth of knowledge. So I thank you so much for all you've done, and I really just wish you luck on everything, and I hope you just continue to enjoy, and I know you'll still be involved with the Parks and Rec District, and yeah, I just hope for the very best for you. And then for Ashley, you know, this journey we've ran together for our first time. It's just been an amazing journey. I couldn't have imagined growing and learning this whole process of being a candidate to being an elected to sitting on this board of powerful women together. You are just, my character for you is just, you're the open-hearted one who just is always ready to listen and understand and have perspective, and just do it from such a beautiful place all the time. It's just a wonderful quality, and I'm sad that you're going to be leaving us, but I know you're going to be moving on and continuing to do amazing things for our community. That will really, that needs that genuine heart and understanding. And so I'm just so proud of you and both of you, and I'm so thankful that this board has functioned the way it has worked together so well the way it has created the culture that we've had the way it has. And so I'm just very grateful for all of you, and thank you guys for your service. So I also think that there were gifts that were delivered to each of you. So if you guys want to turn on your cameras, and then maybe we can count to 3 once you guys both have your gifts, so we can watch you open your wonderful gifts.
I can't turn on the camera. I cannot get you from here, but I'll be.
But you have it. Okay, how about you, Ashley?
Thank you.
All right. I've got mine.
Okay. I don't see you on video, but that's okay. If you guys want to just go ahead and open your gift together, maybe we can describe it.
You can't see me?
No.
Weird. My camera's on, and yeah, I don't know. I just turned off my background so you could see my present.
It's okay. We'll hear the glee in your voice.
Okay. Oh, I'm very excited.
I love it.
Oh, that's so beautiful. Thank you. It's a very beautiful clock and it has my name on it. You can't see me? Oh, I don't know why, but I'm here and I'm so grateful.
Well, we love you guys so much, and thank you again for everything that you've done. Any other last minute comments, Doug?
You know, I am reflecting, and certainly Ashley or Wendy, if you want to say anything yourselves, feel free. I'm reflecting on the very last slide in the video, which had the picture of our superheroes, you all. I don't know if you recall that in the parade, but it was really a fun moment. And an aspect that as anything should have, a superhero quote is use your power for good. And you all have done that. And Ashley and Wendy, you've done a great job.
And then we'll leave it. I don't know if you want to say anything, Ashley or Wendy, unless you guys are crying tears of.
Wendy, do you want to go?
Sure. It's so hard to say all the things that are in my heart. This has been such a high point of my life. I have so enjoyed sharing and learning with everyone. I've learned so much from my younger counterparts on the board. You know, don't ever let anybody tell you that you can't teach an old dog new tricks, because I know I can learn a lot, and I did. And I wanted to say again, just my thanks, my incredible thanks to the staff we have, the people I've been able to work with up and down the line have been so stellar. They've been so good, so professional. They love what they do and they do it well. And it's been such a wonderful gift to me to be part of this. And I want to just say thank you so much to everyone on the board, everyone in the district. I've thoroughly enjoyed it. I'm proud when people ask me, oh, do you serve on the board of directors? And I just feel like I puff out my chest and say, yes, I do. And it's just been such a wonderful treat. I hope I can participate in other projects in the future. I still have my eye on the garden at HMT, you know. And I still have my eye on some other things like, Cooper Mountain and some other areas that are near and dear to my heart. And I'll work hard for those going forward. But I just wanted to say thank you so much. And that's the key, just the gratitude I have for having been able to serve with this board, with the previous board, and having been able to watch how the district has changed over the years. It's been wonderful. And thank you.
Thank you, Wendy. Okay, y'all really can't see me. My camera's been,
okay.
My camera's been on for the last 10 minutes. I'm so confused. So you're just gonna hear me, and if I cry, you won't know, right? Well, I just wanted to take a few minutes to thank everyone for all of the hard work and dedication to this district day in and day out. The last 2 years have been so meaningful for me, and every time I get to share about the work we've been doing at THPRD, it just fills me with pride. And being your board chair for the past year has been an honor as well as a challenge as we navigated a global pandemic that caused circumstances none of us could have ever imagined. I'm forever changed because of this experience, and I thank you for the part you all played. As board chair, I'm grateful for all of the times that Doug, you, and staff leaned into the challenges and created opportunity for our district and our community by saying yes to temporary shelters, by saying that the pandemic wouldn't slow us down in our pursuit of a vision action plan for our community, by saying we can help with the community psyche when Washington County said they had funds for us to create programming, and by saying yes when we came to you to organize around ARPA funds to get bathrooms for our district. You each showed up for our community and for this district, taking on completely different roles than you had before, being innovative and creative with every new challenge. And I want you to know how grateful I am to have been a small part of your work. Thank you for helping us prioritize racial equity in our work. The talking walls and park and trail naming processes are both beautiful examples of the good that comes when we live our values. I'm so proud of the way we led a community-focused outreach process to understand the best way our district could contribute to solving the affordable housing crisis. I truly believe that when we each do the thing that we can do to solve problems, we will make an impact. And I love that THPRD chose to take a leadership role in this space. I look forward to watching these projects from the view of a community member, and I know that your impact on our community will be felt. Since our very first board meeting together, my heart filled in a way that it hadn't before, and being able to work with you all in service to our community has made me feel like I was doing something I was meant to do. Thank you to every single staff member who has shown me how we can serve our community the way they need to be served and how we can create a more equitable world through the policies we create and implement. Thank you to my board colleagues for your dedication to our community and for pushing me to be a better leader every day. I am so lucky to have been part of this team. You are in good hands with your new and continuing board members, and I look forward to all of the ways the district will grow and adapt. Thank you for making THPRD such a special place, and please, please feel free to keep in touch. That is all I have to say. And I really wish you could see me because I can see myself crying now, but none of you can. So thank you. Thank you for this beautiful clock and for letting us be part of this team. It's been a true honor. Okay, let me find my agenda so we can keep on moving. Okay, yeah, someone else have your camera on, so it's not, I mean, I can only see myself. So this is, thank you, Felicita. Okay, so our next agenda item is agenda item number 6. So we actually have a budget hearing, which is for the resolution to adopt the fiscal year 2021-2022 budget, levying taxes and making appropriations. So I will now open the budget hearing for adoption of the fiscal year 2021-2022 budget, levying taxes and making appropriations. We'll now turn it over to Lori Baker.
That and I did not get a chance. I was busy working on the budget and didn't get a chance to do my video for Wendy and Ashley, and I just want to say thank you to both of you. Wendy, just weathering the storm with the pension and all of your leadership through that process. Thank you. And Ashley, I'll never forget you and your love for dog parks and your leadership and your ability to really bring us to a higher level. So thank you both. So tonight thank you. We're requesting the board's adoption of the fiscal year 2021-22 budget, as well as the appropriation of funds and tax levies for the district. The budget has been approved by the district's budget committee, and there have been no changes to the budget since the approval by the committee. The total appropriations included in the budget are $131,760,786. The requested general fund appropriation is $64,617,207. We're also requesting the adoption of the district's property tax levies. For the general fund, a levy rate of 1.3073 per $1,000 of assessed value, and $8,549,067 for the bonded debt fund. We would like to take a minute to note that our budget process this year included a newly defined budget equity focus. And I really appreciate the support of the budget committee and of our staff as we worked through that process. We'd also like to thank our budget committee members for their support and involvement in the budget process. We appreciate all of their work to support the district in the successful completion of the budget for the upcoming year. And with that, I think we did have comment from a community member.
Yes, thank you, Lori. So Tia, will you please read the comment onto the record? I will take time because I do believe it's 3 minutes, correct, for these?
Yeah.
Okay, so I will keep an eye on time.
Okay, this is from Ken Bohr, I think is how you say his last name. So it says, Number 1, overall, the draft budget appears to be exceptionally well done and participants deserve accolades for their diligence. Number 2, the overall mission, goals, and performance aims are clear and well documented. Resources are clearly tabulated and explained, and specific projects are identified and clear cost estimates are included. Number 3, worthy of comment is area of resource allocation that is conspicuous by its absence. The missing information works to handicap an understanding of how well THPRD performs and how well the stated budget priorities of equity, sustainability, and vision are met in terms of program outputs, i.e. patron service. Number 4, when one reviews the document with the idea of seeing how effectively the $131.8 million resources are delivered to patrons, there seems to be an inadequate data. Out of the concern for equity and justice, one is left wondering what the rationale is for allocating resources among the various facilities and how well the algorithm might be working. For example, what is the overall annual cost per patron visit event at Cedar Hills versus Garden Home versus Conestoga versus Stir Center? Number 5, beyond counting numbers of visits, which needs to be done, is there an estimate of non-monetary economic benefit? The budget data is clear regarding program revenue, but program revenue overlooks non-financial values of user experiences and have gone unmonetized, and which could be pivotal in the process of resource allocation. What is the policy of THPRD regarding estimated value of the user experience? Number 6, with regard to equity and justice, census data allows an estimate that seniors own about a third of residential property taxed by THPRD, and about a quarter of area households include seniors. One might conclude that this is a significant block of resource contribution and a significant potential use, and therefore ought to be consideration in dealing with decisions of equity and justice. It is known from, number 7, it is known from past budget documents that Stewart Center remains a lesser part of the overall THPRD annual cost. When the bond issue is being planned, seniors organized to support it with the understanding that the Stewart Center would be given an appropriate priority and equitable treatment among overall program choices. There are many senior patrons with limited mobility, balance, sight, communication, stamina issues that cannot safely use other facilities. At this center, their friends and the staff provide knowledgeable social support unique to the Stewart Center. They value the social center, and merely being there is a benefit to them. Now they find the center is closed possibly until fall, although this is unclear. Seems that adaptable, experienced, knowledgeable, productive people could be hired and trained given the duration of the ongoing closure. The facility is already there, operating procedures are established, resources are available, so what seems to be missing is a priority. One gets the feeling that seniors really are invisible. There won't be any setting of fires or marching in the streets or spraying graffiti. Nobody is going to invade the Capitol or THPRD HQ, but we are now wondering if those people trashing downtown Portland nightly might have felt invisible too. Thank you for a well-done document. It is suggested that future budget documents include an overview of the principle and guidelines steering the decision-making inside of the resource allocation model, or as an alternate and appropriate reference where it can be found. Cheers, Ken Bohr.
Thank you, Tia. Thank you, Ken, for submitting those comments. Doug, do you have any response you want to share at this time?
Well, certainly we'll be in communication with Ken. We've heard from Ken in the past as well, and I think my primary reaction is the acknowledgement that the board of directors has set a value statement with regard to racial equity, and interestingly, it was reflected in his comments, acknowledged that it is in there. And I think we are representing our values in our numbers, which is the budget. We respect, that it is taxpayers' funds. And so we are careful and prudent on how we manage that. And we'll certainly be in touch with Ken.
Great, thank you. Yes, and thank you, Ken, for taking time to submit your comments to us and for reviewing the budget. That's really wonderful to have you spend the time with our budget. So thank you for that. Okay. Okay, so now I open the floor to any comments for my board colleagues on the budget. Okay, do I see a hand? Yes, Heidi, please.
I have my hand up. Yeah, and I also want to reflect on Ken's remarks and note that it's so important for us to have public testimony and participation in this budget process, because it is the community's budget. As taxpayers, we want to represent you and your needs and interests. So I really appreciate that, and the interests of our senior community. We need that reminder of who are those individuals that feel as though they may be not seen, not heard, and how we can continue to raise your voices. So thank you for your participation. And also to the volunteers, I know Lori mentioned volunteer service on the budget committee. It doesn't pay anything. It's a great experience. And I think we have a wonderful group of individuals with a vast majority of expertise that really help us to get through this process. We know that as we've gone through this year and some in the pandemic, that the budget process has not been an easy one, and that it's going to be ever evolving as we go into this next fiscal year. But thank you to our committee members, and especially to staff, for all of the time that you have put into this. Lori, you and your team, I don't know how you sleep some nights, but I know that we all appreciate your help. So thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
I just want to really echo Lori and her team and staff for just the amazing documents, and all our budget committee volunteers. I've gone through a couple other budgets of other entities, and ours is just set up beautifully. I think it's understood well. It has a great flow. We always win awards, so it's just such a testament to the great work and of our staff, and I'm just so thankful and just want to be the cheerleader now. So thank you for all your guys' work.
Thank you.
Wendy, do you have anything to add? I know you're having tech issues, so I want to make sure you have a chance to speak if you would like to.
I would, and thank you. And I did put my hand up, but I think it's in cyberspace, like my picture and everything else. So first, I wanted to echo what Tia said about being a cheerleader. Tia, you're going to do just fine. I think you're going to be a great cheerleader. And I wanted to also echo the thanks to Lori and to staff. Each year that I've had the opportunity to participate in our budget process, it's gotten better. It's gotten clearer. It's gotten more information that makes sense. I do thank Ken for his comments. As a senior myself, I know that on occasion I get the sense that, you know, there are lots of programs and things for younger folks and lots of great ideas for younger people, and that's wonderful. But I know that I've heard, for example, recently, and I've shared this with Doug, from some of my neighbors who are getting increasingly concerned about the security and safety in the parks and on the trails. And they're seniors. These are older people. And they're feeling to the point where they're not sure they can participate and use our services because they're afraid. And I think that if you couple that with the fact that they don't have their own STIR center, they feel kind of left out. And so I'm hoping very much in the next year that we can fix that, because that's never our intention. Our intention has always been to be totally inclusive of all the people who live in our district. And I think that we need to make sure that we do that. You know, I go after supporting trees and natural areas, but I also support the fact that seniors should be able to go out and enjoy them safely. So I do thank him for that. But again, back to staff and to Lori, it was a great budget process. The committees each year get better. We are so lucky to have community volunteers who are willing to add their expertise, and boy, are they smart. So thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you so much for all of the great work, for my colleagues' input and time with this budget as we went through with the process. But I just want to acknowledge the amazing amount of work, and I know that just because the budget is done doesn't mean that the work is done and that there'll be adjustments, right? That we know we will still be impacted by COVID. So thank you to everyone who contributed to building this budget as best we can. And yeah, thank you. that concludes the hearing portion of the meeting. So I will now close the budget hearing. Are there any actions resulting?
This is Heidi. I move that the Board of Directors approve Resolution 2021-10 to adopt the 2021-22 budget, levy ad valorem taxes, and make appropriations.
This is Tia. I will
This is
second.
Wendy. I second.
Wonderful, thank you. The motion's been moved and seconded. Jessica, can you please take the vote?
Felisa Blanco,
Yes.
Wendy Kroger,
Yes.
Tia Ping,
Yes.
Heidi Edwards,
Yes.
Ashley Hartmeyer Prigg.
Yes. Motion carries. Thank you. There was no further public testimony submitted tonight. So our final agenda item is board time. I have already given my comments for the evening. Does anyone have anything else they want to share this evening? I know we all just saw one another a week ago, so that makes sense.
I do have just one comment. Our Tualatin Hills, sorry, it's a tongue twister for me right now. This Tualatin Hills Park Foundation has been diligently working, and we have a strategic task force that's been working on plans for upcoming fundraising opportunities and to grow our donor base. And just found out today, thanks to Eileen Kravitz, our executive director for the foundation, that we are moving our annual foundation meeting from August to September. It was one of the recommendations of our trustees to move it to September in hopes that we would have more people who could attend and turn out and even have something together gathered outside. So September 15th, more details will be coming. This will be a great opportunity for any of us to invite either volunteers or those that we see would like to be a donor or continue donating to the foundation. We're really looking forward to being able to have some strong fundraising opportunities this next year. And this event on September 15th will be sort of a kickoff for that. And again, this is the annual meeting for the foundation trustees where we'll be able to invite folks. So I want you to all think about who you would like to have invited. And I'm thinking that Wendy and Ashley, you will be on the invite list as potential donors to the foundation or current donors to the foundation.
Thank you, Heidi.
Thank you.
Wonderful. Okay, well, with no further comment, this concludes our final board meeting together. So thank you all so very much. Our Board of Directors meeting for June 16th, 2021 is adjourned.
Thank you, Ashley.